Morning fellow YouTubers, RC Heli Guy here. So out this morning, M2 and the M1, having a little fly around. Quite a bit of progression for me, fingers crossed. On the sims, been doing really well, being able to fly it around and stuff, so fingers crossed I can put that into practice today. There won't be any flips and rolls. I'm not at that stage yet, I'm not confident enough to do that, but yeah, there'll be some flying around, especially forward facing hovering. I've got the Jonas files on these now as well. Fingers crossed that's really good and works out well. So let's get to flying. Let's fly the M1 first. So let's get the M1 Evo off the ground. Here we go. Lovely British morning. Hey. Up she goes. So I hope you're all getting this in the camera. So I'm running the Jonas files now. When was it? Probably April time I bought the M1 Evo as a ready to fly kit from Scotia RC, and luckily enough they had already downloaded the Jonas files onto the heli, well, onto the transmitter, my apologies, and I was running it on the OMP protocol, which is what they had bound it to, and that was the same with the M2 when I purchased that. Didn't know anything about these Jonas files. Obviously everybody had mentioned it previously, but didn't know that I had them on my control being a newbie. So good friend of mine, Daniel Clark, absolute legend of a guy, very knowledgeable, recommended that I get the DSMX sat receivers. So I purchased 2 of those, put them on the heli, bound them up, and yes, they are awesome files. I'm currently in idle up 1. As you may have seen in my videos before with the helis, I couldn't even do this in 3D. Don't get me wrong, I've been on the simulator a lot, I've been practicing a lot, so it's to be expected, but this is the first time I've been out in 2 weeks with the helis. These Jonas files are way better. Way better. Gimbals are way more responsive. The power's not sort of jittery. It's nice and smooth as you click through. Like I say, I'm in idle up 1. That's what I'm flying in. Idle up 2 is a little bit too aggressive for me at the moment. I'm not quite at the flips and rolls stages. I can do it on the simulator. That's just a confidence thing. I know I'm not going to crash it on the simulator. Well, if I crash it on the simulator, it doesn't really matter. I've got lots of spares for all of these, so a few more flights, etc., and then I'm pretty sure I'll get the confidence to get some barrel rolls in or some flips and stuff. Maybe not so much the inverted. But yeah, anybody flying these OMPs, or you know, your Goose guys, or anything, stick these Jonas files on there. They're phenomenal, absolutely brilliant. Try out the M2. I was out yesterday, had some flights on these files. The M2 before used to feel a little bit floaty in the gimbals, a bit too much movement required to get it to do much on the OMP protocol, but with this Jonas file, the M1 and the M2 feel exactly the same. They fly exactly the same, which is brilliant. Right, so my timer's going off. I'm just going to bring this in for a land, and then we'll get the M2 out. Wee, little spin. So yeah, that's a video with the M1. Let's get the M2 out. Okay, so we're out with the M2. Again, let's get her up in the air. As said before, on the Jonas files, There we go, let's get her up. I may have said this countless times, but God, I love these helis. They're brilliant. There'll be another video, fingers crossed. I've got some news. You may have seen my short that I did do. There'll be a maiden, hopefully, after I finish my batteries on the M2. Of me getting the Align T-Rex 450 Dominator out. Hopefully. Let's slow that down a bit because that was going a bit quick. It does get kind of hard when you're talking on the phone.
3 minutes.
Sort of take your concentration off, don't you? Which is not good. So yeah, if you've seen my videos, you'll see there is a progression in 3D. I am now flying around, only doing sort of up and down circuits, but that is a massive progression for me. The last time I was out on the field, I took my little brother, he did some videoing for me, and I was literally just at the hovering stage, a bit of forwards, backwards, doing a few. Oh, landed the skids then, that's not good. So yeah, not quite on the old flips and stuff yet, but that's just a confidence thing. I think it will come in time. Practice, practice, practice. Let's just bring a do a little bit of forward facing hovering.
2 minutes.
The pirouette speed on this is just immense. This is my second battery. Red canopy against those red containers behind actually throws me off a little bit. Let's bring it a bit more central to me. But this is a massive progression for me. But sim practice. Anybody wanting to get into the hobby, new to the hobby, sim. Get on that simulator. It might seem boring and daunting, but the rewards do pay off. Massively. Massively. So again, I'm in idle up 1 on this Jonas file. Normal mode's just a little bit, it's just too docile, to be fair. If I'm going to progress pretty well, I need to be in idle up 1, I think. Pirouettes, the speed of them, crazy. So we'll be coming in for a land because I think I've got about 30 seconds left on my timer. So we'll bring this in. Hopefully we can get a nice smooth land. She landed it then. There we go, we'll take that. Another successful flight, still not crashed yet. Fingers crossed it doesn't happen. Thanks. So that was some flying around with the M1 and the M2 Evo. Hope you enjoyed that. As I say, nothing too drastic. Everything's a learning curve, every day's a learning curve. I felt it went pretty well, no crashes, which is good. So if you want to continue watching my journey, please subscribe and watch my journey. It'd be much appreciated. Hit the like button as well. That will definitely help. So yeah, please subscribe. RC Heli Guy, thank you.